Yo, what up? What up? Saturday, another leg day. Woke up feeling and looking kind of flat this morning, so that kind of fucked with my head. So I'm eating some Cocoa Puffs. I'm gonna also eat some rice cakes before I hit the gym shortly here. It's leg day anyway, and typically on leg days, I eat more carbs than I usually do. Probably around, so on a regular day, I probably eat around 500 grams of carbs. But on like a leg day, I aim for 700 ish, around that amount. But yeah, so last leg day, I did 8 plates aside for the leg press. I didn't do squats because the leg press PR really kicked my ass. But I had a great leg day nonetheless. Today, I think I'm going to start off with the squats and then move on to leg press and try to do try to maintain the 8 plates for 8 to 12 reps after doing squats. It's going to be a challenge for sure, but hey, you don't challenge yourself if you don't take yourself further with progressive overload. You're not gonna make gains. You might make a little bit of gains, but I'm not trying to waste time out here. I'm not trying to bust my ass in the gym and you know half-ass it here and there. Sometimes I go crazy. No, I go balls to the wall all the time. So I'm gonna start off with squats now. Honestly, squatting really gives me a crazy lower back pump, and that kind of makes the rest of my leg days not that comfortable. I find myself needing to rest a lot more because my lower back just pumped like crazy. That's just what it is. So we'll see. I'm gonna probably do 3 plates aside on the 315-pound squat. That's what I've been doing. Might have to up that weight a little bit on my next session, or I'll probably try to up that today and just see how I feel on that first set and then take it from there. So we got squats, leg press, hamstring curls, and finish it off with some calf raises. And that should do me good. And with the extra carbs in me, I'm guessing the pump's going to be pretty nasty. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, I'm going to down these Cocoa Puffs, do some editing, and I'll see y'all in the next clip. Alright. So today I want to talk about all the winter arc people. Now, if you're one of those people, hear me out. There's nothing really against you. It's just an observation. And basically, I don't know how people can, like, do people realize that they're not just like 3 months in a year? They're actually 12 if you didn't realize that. And fitness doesn't stop when winter stops. Like, I don't know, I don't get this psychology of this. Maybe it's more of the newer generation, Gen Z or whatever, Gen A. But this whole fitness thing, it's a 24/7, 365 grind. It doesn't stop when a season stops or a season starts. And whenever I hear someone talking about, oh, the winter arc, I'm in my winter arc, let's go. I feel like those are the same people who after 3 months or so when they don't look like fucking Baki, they just lose all hope. They just get discouraged and they stop hitting the gym. You know, that's just the way I look at it. Maybe I'm being a little cynical, but you can't put yourself in that mindset and box yourself in to what, a season, really? Like, what? I don't even get that. Is it just like a whole trend thing? You know, honestly, guys, I feel like, again, this is gonna sound cynical and pessimistic, but I really do feel like most people, too many people, just go along with whatever new trend is popping off on social media, especially TikTok. You know, you hear this winter arc, all right, let's go, and then they don't even stick with it. You got to put yourself in the mindset of, this is going to be a lifestyle change. I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. So don't get discouraged when you don't see significant progress in 3 months, let alone like 6 months, 1 year, let alone 3 months. Like, if you're starting from scratch, like let's say you're skinny fat and you're just starting out, I'm telling you right now, be mentally prepared. It's gonna take probably at least 1.5 to 2 years for you to finally start seeing like something, to like start actually seeing real progress in the mirror. You know what I mean? Like actually seeing real muscle development. Like building real muscle tissue is a process that's so taxing on the body. You gotta make sure you're on top of your diet. You gotta make sure you're eating enough calories, but not eating too many over your maintenance to where you're gaining a lot of fat. Now, gaining fat on a bulk is inevitable, you know, but you gotta start from the basics. Know what your TDE is, your total daily energy expenditure. Know what that is. And then eat about 200 to 300 calories above that. Like, these are just the basics, guys. Like, I'm just saying the basics are here, but I'm talking to more like people who are just starting out. This is just the basics. So the winter arc people are typically people who are just starting out. And I just feel kind of bad for them because they're setting themselves up for failure by thinking that, at least the way I see it, the mentality is that they're gonna achieve some kind of significant progress or goal in 3 or 4 months. It's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I've been doing this for the past 5 years. When I first started out, I was actually overweight, like severely overweight. And I had to spend the first 1.5 years just cutting down all that weight until I was skinny, like to the bones. And from that point on, I started bulking, seriously. And I went through about like 2 or 3 phases of bulking and cutting. That's just the way it goes. It takes time. So just stop with the whole trend following, all these terms, you know, and just, the only term that I'm in agreement with is locking in. Like, yeah, lock the fuck in. Just shut the fuck up. You don't gotta tell anybody about your goals. Just be in the shadows. Just do you. Go hard. Stay consistent. Do not give up when you don't see progress in less than 1 year. Do not give up. In fact, just never give up. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. So shut up, lock in, work hard, stay on top of your diet, and just stay disciplined, stay consistent. Consistency is key. That's what I've come to realize. Because
when I was in my college days, I was a little bit into fitness. Like I was working out and stuff, but I was only doing it here and there. Like I wasn't really serious about it at all. I would start my journey and then stop about 4 to 6 months in. Fuck around, gain all that weight back, get fat again, and then just the cycle continued until eventually I just ultimately just said, you know what, screw this, and I just, and there's a whole other backstory about me that I'll share at some point, which, involved doing a bunch of drugs and shit that I'm like narcotics I'm talking about, that I'll dive into at some point in another video, but just know that I'm just like any other guy growing up, experimenting with things that I shouldn't be experimenting with, and that really set me back. Like sometimes I think, man, where would I be at right now, about to turn 30, if I had, back in my college days, if I just stuck with it, did not do all that partying and all the shit like that, and just stuck with this. Like, that would mean I would be like 9 or 10 years in by now, and I would have achieved my ultimate physique, which, that comes with a lot of other benefits as well. Not to say I don't, I haven't done well for myself in the last 5 years, but 10 years, man, of just being consistent, straight. It's kind of like compound interest, it just builds upon itself. So, yeah, guys, get in the mindset of knowing that this is going to take time, not 6 months, not 1 year. It's going to take a while. So forget all that winter arc shit, and just put yourself in that different mindset, and you will be far better off. All right? See y'all in the gym. some hack squats right behind me. I'm gonna try those instead. Alright, let's try adding one more plate. Make it 3. Gotta aim for 8 to 12 reps. If I don't get 12, that's okay.
You got the wrong person. That's kind of like. I literally got you on 2 sets. Low volume. But I'm talking about like not low volume, like intensity. I do low volume. Most of those intensifiers are like not necessarily
And that's the end of that leg workout. Pretty good leg day. Like I said, I wasn't able to use the squat rack because someone was using it. There were a lot of powerlifters in here today for some reason. So I wasn't able to use it, but managed to get on the hack squat, and that felt pretty good. So I kept the 8 plates aside on the leg press for 8 to 10 reps. And after I got through those, god damn. Yo, people be driving crazy in Chattanooga, man. Like, I don't know where they be trying to go. Like, I don't know if they're rushing to go get laid or something. I don't fucking know, man. But it's ridiculous. The only place worse is Atlanta, which is about an hour and a half drive from me. That's probably the only worst place closest to here. But man, these people are nuts. Anyway, did 3 sets on the hack squat. Started off with 2 plates. Well, yeah, 2 plates for the first couple of sets, and then finished it off with 3 plates. And I think next time I'm gonna try to start with 3 plates and do that for 3 sets. Make sure I progressively overload. Then did the hamstring curls. I went up a little bit on the weight on the hamstring curls and managed to get 11 to 12 reps on each set, 3 sets. So making progress on that one as well. And did the seated calf raises today. I alternate between standing and seated. Honestly, either of them, they both feel the same to me for the most part. Although, if I had to pick one for the best contraction, would probably be the seated one. Yeah, but either of them are fine. If your gym doesn't have a seated one, but it has a standing one, go for it. As long as you hit your calves, it's all that matters. And that was the entire workout. It felt good throughout. And now I'm gonna go home and eat a lamb sandwich with some veggies. And yeah, go ahead. And some jasmine rice and some pasta salad. So good mixture of protein and carbs right there. And then I'm gonna have some sushi a couple hours after that. I think I'm gonna make this a weekly thing now. I was never big on sushi per se, but I think I realized it's kind of a cheat code on a bulk. Like, it's a easy source of carbs, which means dense in calories as well. Decent amount of protein depending on the kind of sushi you get. I typically go for the sushi that has a good amount of protein, like, salmon or tuna, stuff like that, And yeah, I'm gonna do that while I watch something on YouTube, probably. And then before I go to bed, I'm gonna have me a protein shake, 2 scoops of some whey protein, and I'll call it a night. Another day in the books. That's how it is, guys. You gotta take it one day at a time. It's good to look down the line and have that vision for yourself of where you want to be at. But like I mentioned earlier today, you gotta be in that mindset of knowing that it's not gonna come fast. You just gotta take it a day at a time, a week at a time, and before you know it, a month has gone by, 2 months, 3 months, and so on. When I started my journey, man, like it didn't really feel like I was gonna like keep with it, like keep the consistency, because like I mentioned, I used to, like way back in my college days, I would start a routine, and then at some point, not too far in the future, I would basically quit. But when I turned about 25, like, when they say your brain fully develops at 25, I think there's got to be something to that, because I realized when I hit 25, it's like a switch flipped in my brain. Like, all right, man, you gotta grow up now. Like, you're 25, you gotta figure out what you wanna, where you wanna be at in life, because as a man, like, it's one thing, man, if like the world doesn't give a fuck about your problems as a man, bro. Like, it's one thing if you are a beautiful girl, whatever, or just a girl in general. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, most women they'll always be fine. There'll always be someone to come and save them. They may make a lot of mistakes throughout their 20s or whatever, or their late teens, up until their early 30s, and they'll be fine. They'll always be able to find someone to settle down with, a partner to help them out. But as a man, no one's coming to save you, man. And that's what you gotta realize. It's all on you. You gotta put in the work. The world, society at large, the universe doesn't give a damn about your problems. So, yeah, like I said, at 25, that's when I realized, like at 25, that's when I had that kind of like epiphany, so to speak. And I was just looking at my life like, damn, I just didn't like where my life was going. So I made a change and started a routine, and then I stuck with it from there on out. Never stopped since then. Barely missed any workouts. Even if I did, I was probably sick or something came up, like family or something like that. And I always made up those workouts too at some point. So, yeah. Anyway. Don't got much else to add, but I'm gonna catch y'all later. How about that? Hope y'all enjoy the workout. Hope y'all enjoy the talk that I have with you guys. Hope you learned something, if anything. Take care. Be great. Go out there and kill it. You deserve to have the best things that life has to offer, as long as you're willing to put in the work. You got this. We're all gonna make it.